the NFC, Whit, you spent a lot more time in the NFC than, well, I guess, I don't know. I played for, let's see, you spent 5 years in the NFC. I spent 2, 3, 4, 5. I spent 5 years too, but look, I never made the playoffs, so I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you know?
Talk to me about the NFC playoff picture here.
Hey, look, I love obviously the top two teams. We've talked about it for the last few weeks. Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles. I think those are probably the class without question. They're the upper class of this whole entire conference, not just because of their records, but I think their styles. I think who they are, the identity those two teams have. They separate themselves from the rest of the group.
A.J. Brown didn't seem too happy with
I understand.
receivers.
I understand it. It doesn't. Anytime your quarterback has 100 yards and y'all win, the receivers are not going to be real excited. There's definitely some animosity going on there in Philadelphia.
This is part of playing quarterback. This part of being a good coach is dealing with the egos, keeping everybody happy. And that's not to say that, A.J. Brown is a distraction but A.J. Brown's a great player. A.J. Brown loves winning, but he also thinks that maybe beating the Carolina Panthers and skating by isn't what's going to be the best for this team. There's more there. There's more meat left on the bone. And I think that's why he voices frustrations after the game, because in order for them to get to where they want to be, which is the Super Bowl, there's a lot better things are going to have to be happening in that passing game, especially through A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yeah, there's always that happy medium. Like you want to be excited that you're winning games. Like in the NFL, I think these top teams, it's a bad sign when they're taken for granted. Like, hey, we found a way to win. Like you saw Andy Reid say that in their locker room for the Chiefs a couple of weeks ago. Like, hey guys, don't forget this is hard to do, and you're getting everybody's best shot. I mean, this Panthers team took the Chiefs to the wire, right? So for the Eagles, it's like you're frustrated. But I get worried when we start putting it in the media, because it's just regardless of how you feel about how Jalen Hurts is playing, it's not the makeup of how you have the best culture, how you have the best success, because you want to have those conversations. Hey, on Monday, if you want to come in and we want to go at each other in the locker room once the media is out, there's like, hey, some tough conversations need to be had. That's great. You just don't want to be don't feed people the stuff they need to really create animosity. But when you get back to this NFC picture, Fitz, I love, hey, early in the year, we had this talk. I think we were doing this in Atlanta with the Falcons-Bucks. I said I thought the Bucks would win this division. I changed my mind about halfway through the season because things weren't going good. But I just love to see that the feel was right. The Bucks have creeped themselves back in here. I don't think anybody's talked about it enough. The job Liam Cohen's done as the OC there, bringing Bucky Irving to life, Bake, this offense. I mean, what a great job he's done. I'm proud of him, man, that the Bucks have made some noise. And don't forget, I mean, they're a team last year that was looking to knock people off. So they're an interesting group. Baker kind of goes in that category, I think, every year of the rookie quarterback playoff team that you don't want to face, because with Bake, you never know what you're going to get. And when you get him hot and when he's in a groove, that's not a great opening playoff game either for any of these teams. That's for sure.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. And I would much rather face the Falcons than I would the Bucks at this point. The Falcons are in shambles a bit, man. I mean, they've kind of fallen apart and it's been tough. But the Commanders, it looks like they're pretty secure.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a pretty tough scenario to see them falling out.
Yeah, so really it's NFC West. Like, who's going to win the NFC West is, I think, the big question right now. And can the Bucks hold off the Falcons? I think are the two questions in the NFC.
What about this team fits the Minnesota Vikings? I mean, everyone forgets they exist. They're 11-2.
They're
11-2.
Yeah. Well, and they get to play the Lions again.
Yep.
I believe.
In the season.
So they'll play the Lions again. I mean, it's amazing what they've done. I think just the Sam Darnold conversation is funny too, of like, where's he going to go next year? Like, why, if you're the Vikings, do you not want Sam Darnold back? And
I keep people saying, like, no question he's leaving this organization. It's like he's out. I don't understand. I mean, it kind of feels like it's worked.
Yeah, it's worked. And, you have precedent of like Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield who have come in and kind of resurrected their careers. Geno, I think, was 3 for 75. Baker was 3 for 100 was the contract. So if I'm Sam Darnold and his agent, I'm saying, okay, 3 for 100 is the starting point. Let's see what you guys have to say and go from there. But I think 3 years is fair for both Minnesota and Sam. J.J. McCarthy, yes, he was drafted in the first round, but it's okay to sit and wait.
Yeah, look at Jordan Love. I mean, it's very similar to the Jordan Love situation. Now you've got your insurance policy at quarterback that you can still develop, and you're not paying some, I think when the number for Sam gets too high, maybe that's the conversation. But if you're not paying some ultra premium to have a good quarterback that you've had success with, I don't see why it's not an opportunity. Not to mention, J.J. McCarthy had a knee surgery. He had an injury. Like, you don't know exactly what you're going to get and how healthy he is until you get him out on the football field and see how he handles it.
Yeah, sometimes the unknown is like this sexy thing for fans, but as a football coach, O'Connell, I'm sure, is pretty happy with the way that our guy Sam Darnold's played this year, and he is a known quantity at this point in that offense and with those playmakers on the outside.